right, good afternoon, everybody. Great to see such a feisty group of P&P familia on the comment line today. You guys are making me laugh all over the place. I've been keeping an eye on you guys for about 10 minutes. Tony and I have been having our pre-show meeting, going through a couple of particular things, and I'm glancing over, and I'm loving the content today. Everybody's feeling a little spicy today, and I have kind of neglected my duties over the past few shows, so let me get back on point and award my pre-show post of the day. Today, Tony, I've got two. So stand by for a double shot here. First of all,
Paulie, hold on then.
Utah, give me two. 100%. In fact, just to help my head out, I'm still a little groggy. I'm still whacking down coffee. Could I get an extended dance remix of Business real quick, just for my head? Just give it to me. I need it.
Let me just give you both. I'll give you both.
Okay.
Real quick.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's business time. It's business. It's business time. I don't know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
Dude, that is a sexy jam right there. That's a sexy freaking jam. So before I go to pre-show post of the day, the other night I was hanging out, part of my sidewalk crew in front of Longbridge Pizza. That's where all the cool kids were hanging out, on the sidewalk. Okay. And I was out there on the sidewalk with Ray Goodman, and he goes, I'm not kidding. I didn't know Ray got this spicy, but it was a great riff. He goes, we started talking about the business time, handling your business, that extended jam. And Ray was like, you know what would be good is if you have those like tearaway warm-up pants like the NBA players wear, like during their shoot around, kind of buttoned up on the side. So Tony, he was like, why don't we just walk into the bedroom and like tear the pants off like that, like tearaway warm-up pants? And he goes, okay, now I'm ready for business. Ray, I'm still kind of laughing at that. So nice one, Ray. Yeah.
Paulie, hashtag Velcro, dude. Velcro is one of the greatest inventions in our lifetime. And I feel like I wish everything was Velcro. Tearaway pajamas, tearaway clothes, tearaway baseball uniforms.
How about for my buddy Winks in Los Angeles? How about tearaway diapers?
Dude,
tearaway diapers. And by the way, my friend Winks doesn't need a diaper, like medically. He doesn't have a condition. No. He just does it because he's out of his mind. He's a lunatic. Wears diapers to party. Who does that? You know what I mean? My crew needs a lot of psychological evaluation. But anyway, let me go back and we'll greet the show and start everything properly. But pre-show post of the day, there are two. Let me start with my man, Arkansas Dave. You made me laugh, bro. And it was a simple message. You just said, happy baby Friday, everybody. And Suey Pig, dude. I'm all about the Razorbacks doing that Suey Pig thing. I went to March Madness at Chase Center a couple of years ago. In fact, you know who gave me those seats? Gentleman Jim Nance. Oh, Paul, take my seats. Enjoy the ball game. So I went to Chase Center, courtesy of Gentleman Jim Nance, sat in his seats. It was really cool. And all the Arkansas fans have those pig hats with a snout sticking out. They won me over immediately. I love their fan base. I thought they were so cool. Yeah,
I have one of those hats. My dad was stationed in the military for a little while in Arkansas, and he went to games, and he has one of those hats that I used to walk around the house as a kid and wear. And it was the older ones. The newer ones are decked out inside, where they're really well made. This one was just a plastic shell with just foam kind of randomly glued in spots inside the hat. So it wasn't the greatest fitting hat, but I loved that thing, dude. So I know what you're talking about, man. It's a great lid.
Yeah. And I just like their battle cries. Suey Pig. I love all that. And then my second one goes to my man, the aspiring botanist. He said, he was talking about the World Series going back to Toronto, and the aspiring botanist said, hey, everybody, just reminding you, Toronto's got soul. Yeah. And he said, a reminder, I didn't know this, but he said a lot of Jamaican musicians moved to Toronto in the 70s to avoid like the Babylon persecution thing or whatever. I don't know the particulars of that, but he said there was like a fleeing from Jamaica to Toronto in the 70s. Great information. And that reminds me.
Who said that?
The aspiring botanist?
Nice, botanist. That's great intel.
Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I remember reading a little bit about that, but nowhere near the detail. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, and while we're talking about Jamaica, again, and I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to like be dismissive of this at all. It's the opposite, but I really do encourage thoughts and prayers for all of our Jamaican friends down there, man. They have been getting their asses kicked, and that Jamaica is not built for it, man. It's not like a big city. It's not Chicago. They don't have the infrastructure. So anyway, send your love to all our Jamaican friends down there. They're going through a hard time. So with that in mind, let's pick up their spirits all the way from California by honoring Jamaica tomorrow in the musical assignment. You guys, whatever you got, anything Jamaican related, could be a reggae, it could be anything. I don't care what it is. You could have, the Clash. Tony, did you know the Clash, when they got interested in reggae, if we're going to record reggae, let's do it in Jamaica. So the Clash actually went down to like Kingston and stuff like that and recorded in Jamaican studios. They met all the Rastas. They were accepted by the Rastafarians down there. So I'm saying it's wide open. If you want to do Clash in Jamaica, great. Tony, Marley, Tosh, whatever you got, let's just honor Jamaica tomorrow in the musical assignment.
Dude, Keith Richards records in Jamaica too, doesn't he?
100%. His crew is called the Wingless Angels. And it's like I'm not exaggerating, it's like 8 or 9 Rastafarians that Keith has befriended over the past several decades. Keith still lives down there. Like for a good portion of the year, he has a house down in Jamaica. I hope his place is okay. So you could do a Keith Richards reggae song. He's done a bunch. He's done a bunch of reggae tracks on Stone's album. So whatever you want, just bring it tomorrow, and we'll try to collectively just like lift the soul and spirit of Jamaica. And that being said, so good day, everybody. It's great to be back. Had such a fun time last night. Really fun show. Tony.
Out of the gates, Paulie. I need to be better about this, so I'm going to do it right out of the gates. We don't need no stinking badges as a super. Right out of the gates, he says, Velcro, sure. But there's something about ripping off the buttons. And dude, Greg, aka Stinking Badges, you are on the money with that one, dude. I'm a snaps guy. I love the snaps. So snaps or Velcro, because tearaways can be buttons as well. They don't have to be tearing away the Velcro. So it can be either or either or. Which one do you go? Do you go either?
You can say either or either. They're both accepted by the English police. Tony,
do you have a preference?
It depends on my mood. Depends on how spicy I'm feeling. You know what I mean? If I want to say either way, I might sometimes for comedic purposes say, hey, either way. Okay. Either way. So Tony, the news, and thank you, Badges. Love you, buddy. Love you. The news of the day is Tony Vitello is in San Francisco. He's a handsome devil, isn't he, buddy? He's a handsome guy.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's Vitello.
Well, or do I sing a verse of that song and then segue into like Sunday Bloody Sunday? Because it turns out he's a hybrid combo. He's an Irish-Italian guy. That's exactly what I am. The Irish and Italian combination, hence the volcanic personality and the inability to function in society. That's me right here with the Irish and Italian blood. We got, believe me, we rev hot, Tony. As you know, we rev extremely hot. Yeah.
Yeah, Paulie, I'm the same makeup. I'm Irish and Italian as well, with a little bit of German mixed in as well. But I also got to say, there are Paulie Mac particles flying around Vitello, because he was talking about one of the most meaningful summers of his life was in Salinas, coaching under Bill Miller, former third baseman for the San Francisco Giants, who used to host the Bill Miller show back on the Ticket 1050 back then. Was Paulie Mac and myself. So, dude, the particles are flying with the Vitello press conference, and I gotta say, I mean, the white teeth. To keep the whiteness up, we got to send Vitello to Dr. Matt Young first of all, because it's right there in the city, and to maintain that smile. Jesus Christ, the whites, those pearly whites, and that smile, and the finely manicured beard, and it
makes my beard game sucks compared to his. My beard game is all splotchy. You remember last night when I was asking you about whether or not you would ever grow a mustache like Schneider on the Blue Jays, who's, by the way, his mustache game is second to none, bro.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for November. I'm gonna do it.
So, well, I actually think you'll look kind of good like that. So I can't do that because it looks like I don't even have anything because the hair under like my mustache area is like blonde. I don't know what's going on there, but it's like a blonde I got there. So I could never really grow. All the dark hair on me is like on my chin and stuff. So I can't really grow a mustache. It would look stupid. But yes, you should. Tony, run wild with it. Dazzle me with your mustache ability. And Tony's such a hairy dude. By Monday, he'll have a full-fledged mustache like Freddie Mercury. Dude. No. Give me a Freddie Mercury. Give it to me. Bushy, you know what I mean? Sing another one, Bites of Dust, Fat Bottom Girls, bring it on. I want Tony to do the Freddie Mercury on Monday. But no, I'm very, I was very interested.
Hold on. Did Mercury write the lyrics to Fat Bottom Girls? Do you know?
I believe he did. I was such a naughty nanny. Dude, I back Queen all the way. Brian May, guitar, they are amazing. Queen is freaking amazing. Took me a long time to get involved with them, but diving into their catalog is something else, man. I recommend Sheer Heart Attack. I bet you John Joseph has a copy. Probably has a dozen copies of that. Grab Sheer Heart Attack. Brian May is just destroying fools on guitar. It's a great, great record.
So it turns out Brian May, I just looked it up. Brian May wrote the song by Fat Bottom Girls. Fat Bottom Girls. It was written by Brian May in
75, maybe 76.
It was released in 78. So but yeah, I'm a huge fan of that song too, man. The first time I ever heard it, I was like, oh, right on.
Fat Bottom Girls, you make the rockin' world go round. And it's been my experience, Tony, that's true. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. All right. Anyway, Tony, back to the matter at hand. Tony Vitello, welcome to San Francisco. Handsome devil, saying all the right things. I heard my old partner, Brian Murphy, get a question in there today. Among other, I heard Scott Osler chiming in. One thing that he said today, and I really liked, because I swear to God, I had this exact same discussion with management at KMBR years ago about whether or not, because he asked Buster, apparently, he said this in the press conference. He goes, one of my questions was, do I have to be on Twitter? Because I don't want to be on Twitter. Yep. And his quote was, Twitter is not life. And now I'm on Twitter because it's a good way for me to connect with you guys and to promote the show and let people know what we're up to and things like that. But I don't offer my views on world affairs. I don't know. Like, that's just not why I'm there. I'm there for different purposes. So I kind of dig what Vitello said there.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
Paulie, just to handle a little business, okay? You mentioned that we're on Twitter. We are also on Instagram. We are also on Facebook. We are also on Blue Sky. We are also on Spotify. We are also on Apple Podcasts. And we're on the Cron 4 Plus app. So if Twitter ain't your jam, you can find us on YouTube at Polymax Particles. You can find us on Instagram, like I said.
We're on Blue Sky too, by the way. We should shout that out. We're on Blue Sky as well. We do have a presence over there. We try to have a foot like in all these little platforms. And like Tony said, we love all you guys wherever you're picking up the show. We do appreciate it. And you non-visual types riding along on Apple Music and Spotify. We appreciate that as well. You just want to listen to the show. I totally get it. Although you're going to miss Tony's Freddie Mercury mustache next week, so you might want to tune in for that.
Dude, also, yes, in the Cron 4 Plus app, if you have Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV, on your smart TV, download the Cron 4 Plus app. I was checking it out today. I actually found out about the weather this morning from the Cron 4 Plus app, and it's going to be a nice weekend, Paulie. It's not going to be as hot as it was yesterday, but it's going to be a nice weekend here in the Bay. And I just want to say that you can find us on demand on the Cron 4 Plus app, or you can watch us every night at 11:30 p.m. Paulie, you can take the reins back, Paul.
I don't need the reins. I'd rather not have the reins. Any day you want to control the reins, bro, just let me know. I'd love to just kick back and react. I'm probably better suited to do that rather than steer the show every day. So I don't really want the reins. I'll take them by default, but anytime you want them, they're all yours, bro. Just know that anytime.
Then I'm taking them back because Patrick Patton, if you're out there.
Yeah.
Please resend me pauliespod@gmail.com, the original welcome to Particle Land. Okay, but right now I'm going to take the show. I'm going to take the reins, Paulie, and we're going to go inside Particle Land for the moment, right there.
Okay,
this is inside Particle Land. Let me get rid of the logo for a second here, just to help out here.
Look at this scene right here.
That's inside Particle Land. This is Patrick Patton. He said this is what he envisions Particle Land to a portion of it. This is a wing of Particle Land.
Can you rewind this? I just saw something insane. You got to rewind this like maybe 10 seconds, dude. Look in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. I believe for the first time, pause this for 1 sec, T. I got to set this up. I think I saw some religion. I'm not kidding. I think I saw some like religious imagery. I think I saw like a cross. And then to the left, I think I see a Star of David, and then they like morph into something else. Watch this. Keep an eye in the upper portion of your screen. I never noticed that before. All right, there it is. There's a Star of David right there, and there's a cross up there above the wing. Yeah, but watch. They're going to morph in this other weird, trippy stuff. Watch this. Yeah, see, look at that, dude. Patrick Patton. I don't know if he's with us today, but we do appreciate your work. No Emmy saw it. Yeah.
And see, just resend us, Patrick, Paul at pauliespod@gmail.com. resend the, and this is how, look at how it ends. Look where
Look at
we end up.
circus tent. I want to go in that tent. Hey, there's your orgy tent, Rags. Rags, that's for Rags. It should say orgy tent on that little tent right there.
Ollie, we're going inside the tent right now. We're going to end inside the tent. But Patrick, if you're listening, please resend the original Welcome to Particle Land video, and we'll get that back on the show tomorrow. Yeah. But here's where we end up, Paulie, inside the tent.
Yeah, that's right. Holy smokes, this is incredible.
There we go. So that's inside Particle Land, but we need the intro Welcome to Particle Land video back. And just I'm going to remove that because that's the end of that one. Paulie, get on the train, get on the bus, Gus. And then we have the wizard.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Hop on the bus, Gus. Don't need to scratch much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and set yourself free. Boom, boom. You just quoted Paul Simon, whether you realize it or not, and I dig it.
Oh, I definitely realized it, and I love Simon. But here, this is
Here are your particles, Paulie. Use wisely.
Bro, man, where's my man Patrick Patton? I need to see you, dude. Have we met Patrick Patton? I don't know if I've gone face to face with him yet.
I don't think we have. Oh, and yeah, here is just a visual of Welcome to Particle
and then
Land.
He decides yes.
So that's a visual of Particle Land, but we need the video, the actual video. So there's our guy, the little guy who says Welcome to Particle Land, but we need the whole video. So send it back to us, Patrick. Paulie, carry on with the show. I'm handing the reins back. We need to talk Vitello presser. We need to talk Giants.
You don't want the reins? I'd love to make this like a Tony Thursday, and I'll just kick back and kind of riff while you drive the show. Sometimes I'm not suited for that S. You know what I mean? I just need to like sit back and drop jokes here and there. By the way, I want to ask just.
Dude, Robot Centaur says that flute is fire.
You're right. No, Fareed's right. It is fire. I don't know what's going on, dude. Here you
go. You're doing air flute, dude.
Yeah. Particle music, we call that, man. Particle music.
Oh my god.
I want to say I have a quick question. Look at this. I don't know what's going on. Shout out Law of Awe, breaking down drug categories. He goes, DMT isn't a drug. It's a key. Oh, God.
Well, he said earlier, Law of Awe was talking about LSD and liquid, and it's too much. And it's like, okay, that's awesome. Oh, Fareed's asking for the flute one more time, Paulie. So I'm just
I could use it too. I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
Here are your particles, Paulie. Use wisely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will use those particles as wisely as I can. You guys are killing me today, man. Hey, John Joseph, quick question. This is just between me and you. Forget about everybody else for a second. Give me your favorite Queen album, because I respect your musical taste, and I, like I said, I got into them a little bit later on in life, but mine is Sheer Heart Attack. I love Sheer Heart Attack. You got Stone Cold Crazy, you got Brighton Rock. It's insane. The guitar, the musicianship on that album is insane. Let me know what you like, John. I'm just curious.
In regards to the Vitello era,
what can I say? I'm thrilled.
I actually am thrilled based on that presser. He said all the right things. Buster said all the right things. Press conferences are very interesting because the vibes are always good, because it's just the beginning. So there's nothing negative to really, think about, except for, as John Shea right out of the gates asked about 162 game schedule versus a 56 game schedule. I like that. But Buster, some of the words Buster used to describe Vitello: a leader, visionary, motivator, a winner. He builds culture. His work ethic is fantastic, and he is concise/direct. So I like everything that Buster's saying about him, and I like that Buster, again, we talked about this when the hire was made, that Buster said, you know what, that Buster feels this strongly about this guy to make such a rare hire. This is the first time it's ever been done. So Buster, he could be starting a whole new wave of other organizations looking at at college baseball as new managers, basically. And did you see the Nationals just hired Butera, 33-year-old Butera, as their manager? I mean, granted, he was in the minors for 4 years, but still, 33-year-old manager of an MLB team, dude. That's the youngest manager. It's an impressive move. So
I'm sorry.
Well, there's definitely a shift happening here with managerial decisions, and I think that the older retread manager thing might be going by the wayside, and these younger personalities and these younger people in college baseball or the minors are going to get the nod. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out, bub.
It is funny. I'd like to talk about that point you just made a little bit, because I think the first question of the day was from John Shea, great sports writer in San Francisco for decades. You guys know John Shea. He's one of the good ones out there. And he said something to the effect of, this is, like you said, this is an unprecedented move. Like literally, there's no precedent for this, for a guy coming from college right to the big leagues with no pro ball experience. Does that mean anything to you, Tony, as a lifetime baseball guy? The fact that he has no experience handling massive salaries, massive egos, 162, like John, I think it was John Shea who also said, you're used to managing 56 games. Now you're going to be managing 162 and whatever's beyond that in October, hopefully. Does that mean anything to you? Like, I don't know what to make of that. So I'm going to defer to you on this.
It does, dude. And I think it means something to Vitello, where he even said, and it means something to Buster, where they both said that this is going to be a collaborative effort, and that Buster called them, quote, thinking partners. And I was like, that is an interesting way to put it, Buster. And he also said that they're going to be working together all the time. So I love the fact that Vitello is coming in, and I feel like there is an open door to Buster's brain anytime Vitello wants it or needs it. And I think the Vitello's, why wouldn't he seek out? He even joked around saying, Buster, get the pads back on, get back behind the dish. You look great. I think that it's going to be a very collaborative effort. I really do. I don't think it's going to be like, I'm the skipper and everything I say goes. I think there's going to be, roundtables. There's going to be discussions about lineups and about, acquisitions, and the coaching staff might even be a collaborative effort too. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this all boils down. Like I said, the Florida Gators manager or head coach, he put in a request to leave of absence with the program. And then there's been scuttlebutt or rumors that Vitello is going to bring him along. I mean, this could be a very young coaching staff. Who knows? Will a guy like Ron Wotus be around? I hope so, to balance it out a little bit, but we'll see. I mean, I'm excited. The bottom line, Paulie, is I'm excited.
No, I am too. I am too. It's a good changing of the guard. And again, with Bob Melvin, this is just an unfortunate kind of situation where you've got a guy that the fan base really likes and respects. I think the players really like and respect him, but sometimes like it just doesn't work for a variety of reasons. And I think Bob Melvin found himself like in an unfortunate position where, it's kind of unceremonious the way, and that could be the end of his career as a skipper. I don't know if Bob Melvin's going to come back and want to go through all this again with another team. We'll see. But to your point about other hires in the bigs, like there is a trend now where they're going towards younger baseball guys instead of lifetime baseball guys. You saw Tony La Russa kind of exit the game a few years ago. Dusty Baker, Bruce Bochy's still out there. We'll see what his future looks like, but they're phasing guys like that out. And part of me, I think it recognizes there's a lot of value in a guy like Bruce Bochy because he's seen twice as much baseball and he's managed twice as much baseball as a guy like Vitello. I'm not knocking Vitello. I'm just saying that's an experience thing. So I don't think it's smart to totally disregard the old timers because they know the game in a way somebody like Vitello just simply can't because he hasn't been around long enough. Like, how do you feel about that idea?
It's interesting, Paulie, because it could be like there's the angle of he's fresh and he's not jaded or he's not weathered or he's not a retread, but then there's also like he doesn't have the experience. So it's a roll the dice.
Yeah,
for sure. But sometimes, Paulie, and I think this is a good time to roll the dice. You tried Melvin, right?
Tony, call me the tumbling dice if you could. You know what I mean?
Don't you let that deal go down, Paulie.
By the way, Tumble and Dice, just throwing this out there. I'm wearing my tongue again today. I'm in a big Stones groove lately. I just got to tell you, the groove, dude, the groove in Tumble and Dice.
Mhm.
It's so loose. It's like it kind of wobbles almost. Like I love that Stones thing. It's like really, it's so loose, man. It's like falling over. Anyway, shout out Tumble and Dice. Sorry.
It's falling over.
It is.
great.
No, it's so loose, dude. It's like it could just collapse at any point. That's the beauty of the Stones, man. That loose groove they have.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, Paulie. And by the way, because I was just kind of, I don't know, riding the afterglow of the night flight last night, and I was all amped up and couldn't go to bed anytime soon.
Same here, dude. I didn't get to bed till 1 o'clock last night.
Yeah,
I was up till 1.
Same.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode and at the beginning of the second episode of the Scorsese documentary, and my goodness,
told you. I'm not messing, dude. It gets better. It just keeps getting better. Are they into Taxi Driver yet?
It just started with episode 2 just started with De Niro. It's so well made.
Dude, how about Scorsese in the 70s going, let's see. I need a guy who's going to kill everybody in his path. Yeah. Robert De Niro, good check. Now I need a 12-year-old prostitute. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, how about Jodie Foster? Bro, he had Jodie Foster playing a prostitute at the age of 12. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing is insane. But I'm so glad you dove in. It's a really, really amazing series about Martin.
Dude, all the family shots and just all of it, all the stuff in the upbringing. And
oh yeah, my dad had to fist fight the landlord in the street. Like it's like, whoa, but that's why his stuff is so authentic. He grew up in that whole scene with the wise guys and the mafia. Like it's real to him. It's not like imagined. He saw it all around him.
Well, and I think it was allergies. Was he had major problems with
asthma and stuff? Yeah,
asthma. That's what it was. Asthma.
Yeah.
And Spike Lee says, "Hey, thank God for asthma." It basically forced Scorsese to be locked up in his room, days and weeks on end, and so he would sit and watch from his window down on the street. And that's why he says he loves the high angled shots.
That's in Goodfellas. The kid's looking out his window at all the mafia guys. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But if you notice in a lot of his movies, and they gave examples of him shooting down from a higher angle.
Yes.
And that's where his imagination probably just started to run wild as a kid. And I don't know, man.
And how about this? Like I think I knew this, but I had forgotten it. One of his first films that he ever worked on was the Woodstock movie. He was editing. So he's like a real rock and roll aficionado. Yeah. Like Mick Jagger is one of the guests. You'll get to Jagger a little bit later. Then he shot The Last Waltz at the Winterland. Like he directed that movie. Like it's insane the amount of work he's done and how good it all is. He's just stacking up amazing movies his whole career.
I think I need a new soundbite that I saw last night, and it's Wavy Gravy from Woodstock saying, "I think we're in heaven."
It must be heaven, man. Yeah, dude, with his teeth, and he's got no teeth. It's amazing. Dude, I've spent some time with Wavy Gravy. So have you up at Sound Summit. He used to come to Sound Summit. Yeah. Dude, it is like tie-dye thing and everything. This must be heaven, man. Yeah, dude, definitely get that cut. That's
a huge grin. I mean, like, huge grin.
I think he was dosed out of his mind. He was like dosed to the gills. Yeah, he'd say, "This must be heaven, man." Yeah. By the way, that would have been me if I was like in my 20s back then. I would have been right there with him. But Yasgur's Farm, 100%.
And you know what? Shame on me, Paulie. I've never seen the Woodstock documentary.
So you should. No, it's really good. You should. You got Sly Stone, you got The Who, you got Hendrix. It's pretty damn amazing.
Yeah, I need to see it. I've seen portions of it, God, my entire adult life, but I need to see the full thing and just check it out. But it's a 5-episode show. If you're looking for it, Apple TV. It's called Mr. Scorsese, and Sharon Stone. The little clips of her,
Jodie Foster's in it. Yep. Like you said, Spike Lee. And how about, dude, he's going through women like it's the end of the world. Every episode, he's got a new wife. You'll see the new one, like every episode. Oh, yeah, then I met this one. That was number 5. Okay, then I met this one, number 6. This guy did the best he can. What are you going to say? I love The Last Waltz too, Karen Bell. Me too. Great film. Amazing.
Just incredible. Yeah. If I could go back in time and be in that crowd, oh, God, what a night of music that was. God.
You know what blows me away, Tony? The very opening shot in The Last Waltz is Scorsese must be in a car and he's driving down like Steiner Street. And the way that neighborhood looked in the 70s when the Winterland was still open, dude, it was a ghetto. Like it really was. It was a ghetto. There's cars on cinder blocks, like the windows are broken out of all the buildings. I'm like, it's hard to believe that was San Francisco because that neighborhood now, every house on that street is worth like $1 million. It's crazy how the city has changed. So it's a good look at old San Francisco is my point.
No question, man. And I look forward to the rest of the episodes. But I got to be honest, when I went on to Apple TV, I almost got lured away from Scorsese by the new season of Morning Show. But I didn't get in. I paused and I'm
what's
like,
the new season? Number 4?
Yeah.
I haven't. I've only seen the first 2. I stopped too to watch the Scorsese thing, but I got to dive into number 3. I haven't seen season 3 yet.
Morning Show is really good. If you haven't seen it, if you're listening to the show and haven't seen the Morning Show on Apple TV, it's very, very good.
And you told me about Morning Show a couple of years ago, and I thought it was like I totally misunderstood. I thought it was like a comedy. I thought it was like about like hijinks on a morning show. It's not at all. It's like a drama. It's a pretty serious show. And I like Reese Witherspoon and I like Aniston and I love Billy Crudup, the executive guy. I love that dude. Love him.
Yeah, dude. Oh, Billy Crudup is incredible. And I saw maybe it was Centaur said that season 3 is not as good. I agree. But it's still good enough to watch because I hope that season 4 comes back with a bang. Oh, Paulie, I apologize. We have sponsors. We have sponsors to get to as well.
I'm ready. I saw the same thing. I'm ready. Yes, but go ahead.
Yeah, let's get to some supers real quick. Patty from Napa checking in. Thank you, Patty, so much. She says, got a jam. It's impossible shopping with Mikey and trying to listen to the show. Love y'all.
That should be a reality show right there. Let's just film Patty and Mikey, like a week of those two, just going through their daily routine, because I think there's a lot of comedy there. She sent out a picture the other night of Mikey just watching TV. Did you see that picture of him? Like in a chair with like a blank expression on his face?
Dude, he was watching our show. That was the best part.
Hence the blank expression. Yeah, he's like, I don't know if I'm digging this.
And then also, Patty, thank you. She has been doing some guerrilla marketing for us in Arizona, slapping PMP stickers on her runs, on her daily runs. So thank you for doing that, Patty. And then Stevie B checking in as a super. He says, speaking Last Waltz and SF, shout out to a super underrated SF-based Van Morrison gem, St. Dominic's Preview, one of his best. I could not agree more. Stevie B. It's a great call. I play that song for my son because his name is Dominic. So thank you for recognizing that, brother. And no shock that Stevie B is coming in with the good ear and the good Van Morrison talk. Although don't you hear that Van Morrison's kind of a total prick?
Yeah, that's like undisputable. Like he yells at the audience. He'll walk off stage in the middle of no, he does. Like he'll yell at the audience. Yeah, it's like the opposite of what I try to do. By the way, reminder, a little plug for our gig coming up. We got a gig a week from this Saturday, November 8th at the Brisbane Inn. It's billed as a Polymac and Friends show, and I do have a bunch of friends coming by. And look at Will Spice. There's a lot of action. I told you the comments line is on fire today. But yes, Van Morrison is a little prickly on stage and off from what I've been told. Yeah.
Yes,
real quick before I forget, Tony, sorry. Bradley 84 asking a great question. Are we dressing up for the show tomorrow for Halloween?
What's funny is my wife Megan got costumes for us kind of without she sent me a few and I'm like, oh God, I don't really want to dress up. And last year she made a costume for us. So I have a costume that I can wear that it's totally presentable for the show tomorrow that I can wear.
Okay. I think I will too. I have an idea that I could wear. Okay. So let's costume up tomorrow. Thank you, Bradley. I would not have thought of that.
And by the way, how cool is it that episode 200 falls on Halloween tomorrow?
Really?
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's killer particles right there. There's something behind that, dude. A nice clean 200 on the day of Halloween. Hey, that being said, we've already referenced the great team.
Pause. Before you get to our sponsors, our amazing and helpful and wonderful sponsors, I put reciprocity on the banner on the show for a second because Tony Vitello mentioned that not the reciprocity, but he said it's a reciprocal nature of things between the players and the managers. And the fan base too. I love that he brought up. So Tony Vitello is all about the reciprocity too, Paulie. The particles are flying. That's all I wanted to say. Now take it away with our sponsors, please.
No, yeah, no, it's all good. I want to say, Stevie B, tomorrow's episode is number Boo 100, Tony. Get it? Boo 100 for Halloween. Stevie B coming through with the comedy again. Okay, I want to let's go Dr. Young first, because I saw you scrolling his info, and we mentioned the white teeth of Tony Vitello. We'll give Los D some love as well a little bit later, but I want to start with Matt Young. In fact, dude, crazy that you were just talking about the Martin Scorsese documentary. I'm going to connect that to the services of Dr. Young right now. Get ready.
Go.
So in episode, it's a 4-part documentary thing on Scorsese. Tony's through 1.5. I finished mine a couple of nights ago. And I think in episode 3 or 4, Scorsese starts talking about how busy his life is and how he literally cannot stop working. Like, he's always got a new idea. He always wants to shoot a new movie, and he does. He's still making incredible work, and the guy's in his 80s. He actually said, this is what Scorsese said. He goes, I'm fond of going to the dentist office. And he goes, that's the only place I get to rest and like unplug my phone and nobody can bother me. He's like, I swear to God. He goes, if I have a root canal appointment, I look forward to it, because I know that I can sit there for an hour and a half. He goes, I'm not crazy about the process when they shoot me with the Novocaine. Like, that's not great. But everything after that is wonderful, because my phone's not ringing. People aren't asking me to recut anything. I'm not getting phone calls. I'm not getting texts. So it's funny that he kind of equated root canals with like a positive experience. And you know what? I can kind of say the same. I was talking to Dr. Young the other night at the party at Lumbridge Pizza about this, where even when because I have had root canals done with him, with Dr. Young. Now, I'm a nitrous guy. I ask for the nitrous because I don't really want to know what's going on. That's just my preference. Like, some people want to be alert and, hey, how's it going, doc? Like, I'm not one of those guys. I'm one of those guys who's like, hey, Dr. Young, bring me out of it when it's over. And he's like, fine, I understand. I got you covered, man. Here's your mask. Start breathing. I got the tank right next to me. I'm breathing nitrous. I'm feeling great. I got the stones on, the headphones. And then he'll be like, okay, we're all done. You did great. That's what he always says. He goes, you did great. And I'm like, thanks, man. I don't know what happened, but thank you. So he will kind of treat you according to your request. If you want to be like with him and having a conversation, fine. If you're a polymath guy, you want to get nitrous out, he can accommodate that as well, meaning he puts you at ease. I've been saying that since day one when he came on board as a sponsor. His work is outstanding, but he's very considerate of you as a human being, as are everybody at the Young Dental Group. Listen, make an appointment or just inquire, shoot him an email, and let's make some contact here. info@youngdentalsf.com. You can also call Dr. Young anytime, 415-392-8611. I'll hand it over to you, Tony. You talked about the reins. I'll give you the reins for Dr. Young. But those are just a couple of points that I find very agreeable with when you go in as a patient with Dr. Matt Young.
I'm going to do a sports flash in the middle of Dr. Young's spot.
Oh.
It has nothing to do with sports. It's just an update with my family and Dr. Young. Dr. Young takes Guardian Dental PPO, which is my wife's dental plan, which she and the kids are under. So guess who is starting to visit Dr. Matt Young? My daughter, Olivia, my son, Dominic, and my wife, Megan. They are all going to start seeing Dr. Young. We talked about it on text. They're going to start seeing him. And Megan, by the way, Paulie, is like you. She's like, I'll go.
Knock my ass out. Hit me with a sledgehammer and then bring in the gas, because I don't want to know what's going on. Yeah, this is my preference. I get it, Megan. You got nothing to be ashamed of. Any questions, Megan, call me. I'll coach you through it, and you're going to love Dr. Young, Megan. You'll love him.
Yeah, she's very excited, and the kids are excited because they hear me talk about it and they see me. Like, Olivia watches me whiten my teeth, and she actually helped me put the whitening in my tooth tray the other night.
Are you still doing that, or are you done with the process?
I still do it. I did the 2 weeks straight. Now I do it like when I have time at night, and I can put it in my mouth for at least an hour. So actually, I did it last night while I was watching Scorsese. So and then Paul, I just wanted to do if I can show this to the program. Yeah, there's Dr. Young right there from Monday night. There he is.
Look at how handsome this guy is. I tell you what, I can't decide who's more handsome, Dr. Matt Young or Tony Vitello, because it's like it's a photo finish, man.
Yep. Well, put a beard on Dr. Young, you probably matches Vitello. So yeah. Thank you, Dr. Young. By the way, 415-392-8611. Give them a call. 415-392-8611. Email info@youngdentalsf.com. And do not forget, open till 7 p.m. on weekdays and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Thanks, Dr. Young, and thank you, Tony. And also thank you, Ray Goodman, and thank you, Humdinger87, doing the Lord's work over here, because this is something I forget to do every single day, but they're doing it for us. Just to remind people to hit the like button. If you dig the show, I believe that will benefit all of us. So go ahead and hit the like button. Tell your friends, subscribe, pass on the word. We're trying to grow this thing, and I know that would make everybody happy to watch this thing kind of evolve and grow. That includes me. It includes all the good people over Cron 4. By the way, I'm digging the whole Cron 4 thing. We have a new show on Cron 4 Plus. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can see it tonight. It's called 30 on Thursday. Tony and I have now been invited to, and again, this is like, we got to thank Cron 4, man, Chris Flynn and all the higher ups over there. They're enjoying our show. They like what we're doing. You can see the logo right up there. I see the logo right there. I see the globe right there. Tony put the logo up in the corner. So that's our new logo. Thank you, Don Peralta, very much. We have been asked to give them a 30-minute show every Thursday called 30 on Thursday. We just debuted it last week. We did a couple test shows, but now they've picked it up. So it's basically runs around 5 o'clock right up until kickoff of Thursday night football. Actually, I might be wrong about that. What is the start time, T?
Yeah, so they usually put it up right around in the 2 o'clock hour.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. And they want it to lead up while people are kind of wrapping up their day and getting home before Thursday night football. And we talk about the Thursday night football matchup. We talk about the 49ers matchup that week. And we also pick a collegiate matchup. Usually, we look at the 4:30 games. Paulie looked at the 4:30 games. We look at those, or we looked at the two highest ranked teams that have to be squaring off. This week we did Oklahoma at Tennessee, so that'll be a fun one. And then tonight was interesting to talk about Ravens at
Miami.
Miami, thank you. And
you're good. Yeah.
And Miami coming off their win in Atlanta. So you can check that out on the Cron 4 Plus app later today. And usually in the 2 o'clock hour, they post it. So it'll be a lot of fun.
And by the way, while we're on that, and thank you, T. While we're on that note, your thoughts on this game tonight? I got to admit, it's not the sexiest matchup. You got a 2-5 team going up against a 2-6 team. And I do feel like the Thursday night games pretty much all year have been kind of sleepers, man, with the exception of that Rams-Niners game we watched. That was a great ball game. Very competitive. That was Mac Jones kind of his coming out party with the Niners. But tonight, I mean, I know Lamar Jackson is coming back tonight, but I don't know how much of his abilities are going to be able to be flashed tonight because he's still nursing that hamstring. So, and I don't know what the future is for the Ravens. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody saw the Ravens being 2-5 after 7 games. Right. Do you think like John Harbaugh is on the hot seat in any way? I mean, he's been there a long time. And when you deliver a season like this, that's when people start asking questions and maybe we got to start looking elsewhere. What do you think about that?
I'm not a big fan of the state of Florida, but I am going to be rooting for the Miami Dolphins tonight because of the what Mike McDaniel's been going through in Miami. I've always liked McDaniel, and I think was a good offensive coordinator here. So, and I love. We talked about this on the 30 on Thursday, is I love that he rocks the gold frames and the culottes or pulls his sweats up to the knees and reveals his
underdeveloped calves.
Yeah. Is there a calf muscle on that calf? I don't know.
Think so. No, it's just like bone. It's bone and skin. Yeah.
I do like him. I like that kid A-Chain. And Tua, my heart goes. I root for Tua because of what he's been through, and he obviously is not done, even though I think he should be done. If you want to be smart about it and take care of your brain for the rest of your life, maybe you should be done, but he still wants to play. So I root for him. And they're 7.5-point underdogs at home. So we talked about that as well. So I think it's going to be a closer game than people think. And I think Baltimore wins the game, but I don't know. That spread might come into play. I don't know. Because Tua threw 4 touchdowns to 4 different people last week. So
it's not like Tua forgot how to play or anything. I mean, I still think he's a really good quarterback too. And I do agree. I worry about that kid because of the concussions, man. We've seen some pretty concerning moments on the field. And the spread tonight, Miami as a home dog, Tony, big spread. They're getting 7.5.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, if I was going to make any wager on this game, I think I would take the Dolphins tonight because of that spread and what you just said, that he actually had a pretty good game last week.
Also, Soccer Bowl is asking what time does the Cron 4 show start tonight? The 30 on Thursday is usually it's posted in the 2 o'clock hour, Jim. also known as Soccer Bowl SC. And then the regular show is on at 11:30 p.m. every night. Polymax Particles, they replay it every night at 11:30 on the Crom 4 Plus app. Paulie, we talked about the 7.5 point spread. Usually when teams are evenly matched, they might give the home team a 3-point spread because of the home field advantage. But the fact that they're giving the Ravens 7.5 points it kind of makes it feel like it's almost a 10 to 10.5 point spread, because they're nullifying the home field advantage of the Dolphins and giving the Ravens giving the Ravens a set, calling them 7.5 point favorites. So I don't know, man. It's a large spread and a home dog. I love my home dog, so I got to go with Miami tonight, and we'll see. And again, like you said, Lamar Jackson's legs could be a factor if he's not full strength. And speaking of full strength, John Lynch today talking to Murph this morning. They still don't know who's going to be the quarterback on Sunday. Here we are Thursday.
I got a weird feeling about this game, dude. And it might just be me. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. I don't want to come on and be like, oh, Niners, we're going to roll over to. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling. And I don't even know if I can articulate it, but I just feel something odd. And that definitely does not calm my nerves. When you tell me, I didn't hear Lynch today, but you telling me he said that they don't know who's under center, not a great sign.
He said, he said, we'll see. Like I don't think he said those exact words, but he was basically saying, we don't know yet. And it's just, and they don't know when Pearsall's coming back, and they don't know about Ayuk. And it's like, God, he was excited about Keon White, and I'm excited to see this kid, Keon White. And he was wish-washy about the Trey Hendrickson talk in Cincinnati, because there's a lot of rumors flying that the Niners are going to be knocking on his door before the trade deadline. If they got Hendrickson, I'm fine with that. Go all in. If you're going to go in, right? Don't tiptoe, go all in. But it's going to be interesting to see when Bryce Huff comes back. So there's a lot of things pending, Paulie.
I don't think Bryce Huff is back on Sunday, though.
No,
he's not. Yeah.
He's not. But no more trays, says Robot Central. That's funny.
There's a lot of really good comments going around. I got Badges saying I got Phil Simms in my head. I got, which is probably true. I got Leah Phillips over here. So sorry. I mean, Humdinger 87. She's saying the particles are off. I think she feels it too.
Did you take Phil Simms, Paulie?
I did.
Hey, Paulie. Hi. Phil Simms here.
Come on, man.
I did. Oh, boy. Anyway, yeah, there he is. Hey, Paulie, hi. I can't tell you about my disdain for that dude. I don't have time. I don't have enough time to get into it yet.
Hopefully on Monday we're playing this.
You just got your asses whipped.
Okay, hopefully we're playing that. But again, I don't feel great about it either. This kid, Jackson Dart, is just... I just saw a video of him. Actually, let me see if I can find it, Paulie. Of him with Eli Manning's kid is going to go as Jackson Dart for Halloween, and they asked Jackson Dart about it, and it's pretty funny. Oh, it's not loaded. Okay, that's fine. I can find it later. But this kid is so loose, and he's just kind of like he sounds like I'm not implying that he is, but he just sounds like a stoner. The way he talks, he's like, yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, just cool. His kid's going as me. That's cool. I like it. It's cool. And it's like, this kid is so loose. So that worries me too, against this Niner D that is obviously hobbling into MetLife Stadium.
And that kid can make plays. I've seen him. He's very athletic. He's very tough. He's not afraid to tuck it in and run, like really run. Not like Patrick Mahomes dash to the sidelines and do a little freaking hoedown dance. He really plays football. He'll tuck it in and go right up the gut. So that does concern me. It does. And I don't think, without the Niners having any sense of a pass rush, I don't care who it is. Any NFL quarterback is going to beat you. Look last week. Look at how good C.J. Stroud looked against the Niners. That's because there was no pressure on him. And for whatever reason, did you notice last week C.J. Stroud took it? He exposed the Niner defense in having the middle of the field kind of wide open to him all afternoon. I don't know what the game plan was from Bob Saleh last week, but it looked way too easy for C.J. Stroud last week. And I think that Jackson Dart, if the Niners can't apply any pressure, I think we're going to make him look really good. So, yeah, I'm a little worried about this game. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. Oh, and an update, too. We have a guest alert for you guys. On Monday, we will be joined by our great friend from the New York Post, Mark Cannizzaro. I talked to him this morning, and a really unusual move because Mark does not cover the New York Giants, but he did get assigned that game. So Cannizzaro is covering the Giant Niner game. So he'll file his game story and all that stuff, and then we'll get him on Monday at about 12:30. I look forward. Yeah, Dom, Marky Mark, totally. One of the greats, man. Such a good guy, too. And he was like, Paulie, you got to tell me about the Bruce movie. I haven't seen it. Monster Bruce fan, Cannizzaro. And I was like, dude, it's not a feel-good movie, dude. It's dark. It's a dark movie. I told you guys last night. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I actually think I like this kid. And I am an avowed New York Giant hater. I hate their guts, but I kind of like this dude, man. There's something there. He's answering the call. You know, New York is not for everybody. New York will burn you alive, man. The media is unforgiving. And if you don't play well, the fans bury you. Talk radio buries you. The sports writers bury you. This kid seems like he's up for it. He seems like he can answer that bell. So we'll see what his future looks like. But so far, I actually have enjoyed this kid. I really have.
Yeah, here, let's listen. I found the video where they're talking to him about he's getting asked about Eli Manning's kid going as Jackson Dart is his Halloween costume. Here we go.
Think about the fact that Eli Manning's son is dressing up for you as Halloween.
I think it's awesome. I've met Charlie a few times. Obviously been around Eli a lot. And yeah, I think that, maybe like he said, he's a little disappointed that it wasn't him, but it's just a cool relationship, and I think it's awesome.
I'm sure Charlie isn't going to be the only one. I mean, you have to expect trick-or-treaters to come around to your place.
Shoot, I hope so. I'm going to be ready.
You going to have stuff for them?
Of course. Yeah, I love Halloween.
I got to tell you, this kid is winning me over, man. I don't know what this whole thing is with his tucking in with the pads, like his hands on the pads. Tony, you picking up stoner vibes on this kid?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like his eyes are half masked, and he's like, "Yeah, let's have it. Yeah, this is great. It's just great." Like, but I love how loose he is. And like you said, New York is not an easy place to play football, to play any sport.
No,
and the fact that he's doing it, and he's doing it well, and as long as he continues to block out any noise, and if they have the game plan like CJ Stroud and the Texans had, where they didn't give the Niners D-line time to get in the backfield. CJ Stroud got rid of the football very quickly last week. And so I'm wondering if the Giants do a lot of the same, because they don't have Scatterbo, they don't have Neighbors. So it's going to be an interesting game plan. But yeah, it's hard not to like this kid, man.
Hey, Robot Centaur coming in with a great riff. Tony, find Utah, give me 2, because he says that Jackson Dart was born in Utah, parentheses, give me 2.
Utah, give me 2.
Yeah. And by the way, if you've never seen Point Break, I encourage everybody to watch it, and watch the original. Don't watch that godforsaken remake. I don't even acknowledge that as the beauty of the original. And first of all, I don't know how many people know this, but the woman who directed that movie is Catherine Bigelow. She is a freaking badass, dude. She is not messing around. So that's the first movie she ever shot. And she's gone on to do like Zero Dark 30. She did The Hurt Locker. Like, her movies are no joke, man. She's a very intense lady. I really like her. But anyway, in that movie, the beauty of that movie is you got Gary effing Busey, shirtless, dude, diving into a pool, picking up bricks. I got Keanu just with the worst acting job in cinema history. No, Bodie, you're robbing banks, man. I have to stop you. This has to stop. Like, it's so bad that it's awesome. You know what I mean? I got Anthony Kiedis in there. He's robbing banks. It's amazing. Anyway, Tony and I go way back on Point Break. And what that soundbite refers to, if you've never seen it, he's asking Keanu Reeves to buy him 2 meatball subs. Who in God's name can eat 2 meatball subs outside of Gary Busey? You know what I mean?
Out the car door window.
Yeah.
Out the window.
Waving it with his 2. Yeah. Utah, give me 2. And then he's washing it down, I think, with a lemonade, which is kind of a weird combo. Yeah.
I mean, and God bless the heart of Gary Busey present day, because he doesn't look very well, but he
might be on his way out. Yeah, no, he fell off his motorcycle. He cracked his head open at one point. No, he's way out there, Gary Busey. But
good for him. He hasn't stopped living. He's still putting social media content out there. He's going for it, man. And this, again, we're talking about Mr. Joshua in Lethal Weapon as well.
We're also talking about his role, his little cameo role, his recurring role on Entourage, where at one point, like, he confronted a turtle on the beach. He's like, "Turtle, I can snap your vortex. I could snap your spine in half right now if I want to. I could rip the lip right off your head and pull it over your ears. Like he just says all this crazy violent stuff. I forget why. Oh, the painting. He was like an artist. I think he was like painting. Turtle knocked his painting over, something like that. I got to go revisit Entourage, man. It's been a long time.
That's the second time you've said that this week. I think it's time.
Yeah.
This weekend you might have to just dive into a late night session, buddy. And by the way, Paulie, I see Patrick Patton on the chat. Patrick, we were playing some Particle Land stuff. We were playing some Particle Land stuff earlier in the show. I don't know if you were on the chat or viewing the show off the chat. But if you could resend the original Welcome to Particle Land video to polyspot@gmail.com, I'd love to get it on the show tomorrow. We showed the wizard and the flute earlier. Paulie was playing air flute earlier. And then we also showed inside Particle Land when we had the Star of David, we had the cross, we had the circus tent with the Steal Your Face.
The Grateful Dead train coming through. And by the way, I've been in those spaces. I think Tony has too. I've seen very similar kind of things on my travels. So let me tell you this, Patrick.
You know what's the hardest part about those experiences is the re-entry, dude. The re-entry.
Meaning what? I don't know if I follow.
Like if I go to a festival, if I go to a run of 3 fish shows or Den Company shows or whatever, or any type of shows, and I'm kind of like, because the way my dad said it, and I've said this for years, when we saw Den Company at the Sphere, my dad goes, God, if just the entire world could be like what it's like inside this venue. Right. And
re-entry into the real world.
Yes.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the freaking worst. You know what I mean? You got guys beeping at you. They're flipping you off on the road. I'm like, God damn it. I hate this. Get me back to the next show. ASAF&P. I need to get, no, believe me. That's why it's one of the reasons I feel so comfortable in the Grateful Dead community, bro. You're right. It's a much better place than the regular world. Yeah.
And Paulie, it's like every Labor Day weekend when we used to go to Tahoe, you would see the cars driving back from Burning Man just covered in dust. And I'm like, I can only imagine how much of a interesting ride that is, back from the desert, re-entering society after being at Burning Man for God knows how long those people have been there. Because you can go, I think, for like up to 2 or 3 weeks, I think, out in the
You know what's funny about a lot of those so-called Tony burners, man? They're burners, man. Are you a burner? I'm a burner. Are you a burner, bro?
I'll be honest, I've always wanted to go. I've never gone, and I've always wanted to go at least once.
I think that window is, I think it's no longer like, I think it's kind of jumped the shark from what I've heard, because I actually have a friend I went to college with who, and she is she's an artist, you know, she's way out there, man. And she goes to Burning Man every year, and she has told me that it's not quite as cool as it used to be. There's just too many posers now who think it's like a fashion show. And but I think, you know what we should do next year?
Start our own.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, no, I'm just saying start our own festival. Start our own festival out at Ocean Beach. Remember, because that's where Burning Man began.
Well, I think it started at Baker Beach, if I'm not.
A bonfire at Baker Beach is where Burning Man started. If we want to go to China Beach, let's go to China Beach.
Oh,
on our own little.
I'm sure the houses in Pacific Heights, or what is it called out there, Sea Cliff. I'm sure the Sea Cliff millionaires would love that. You and I out there dancing naked around a fire with a bunch of PMP lunatics. But I'm in. Count me in. Hey, Ray, good
dude. Rags could bring his orgy tent. It'd be great.
Here's what we should do. Because again, you know what's really funny about this, and I do laugh. I've always laughed about this my entire career. Technically speaking, Tony and I are members of the media. Okay. Yeah. So like I had a Giants media pass. Like Tony and I have access to basically any event we want to go to because we're members of the media. Why don't we get Rags a media pass for Burning Man? We'll just turn them loose. Rags, go as a member of the media. And what the good thing about that is you don't have to pay for anything. It's all like on the arm and all that, because media guys get in free and usually get like a media access to like the media buffet, and you don't have to buy food. It's pretty cool, actually. But you got to play the whole media game. But Rags, would you be willing to be our Burning Man correspondent? We'll put one of those laminated passes around your neck and just drop you off at the orgy tent and just come back with your reports or whatever.
That's all that Rags has on is just the media pass.
And like a loincloth, you know what I mean? Like maybe a loincloth. Yeah, he's getting covered in like Crisco oil, maybe a top hat, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And also, I just saw it on the chat by multiple people. Particle Land would be the name of our festival. Come to Particle Land.
There it is.
I can't take credit. I think I saw multiple people say Particle Land. I think it was Patrick Patton, Don Peralta. Those guys said Particle Land. Wouldn't that be great? So we might talk to Neil Donardi about this too, because Neil's an ideas guy too. So get Los D on the horn. He's an ideas guy. Patty, the people we've had in-depth conversations with about the future of the show. Chris, get the Chronics out there. So there's a lot to consider in 2026, Paulie. A festival, Particle Land, let's go.
Yeah, and don't even worry about us getting like arrested or anything if we're breaking a few laws here and there. You know what? I'm all about that. I love breaking the law. Breaking the law. But in my
no, well, we could also get the Stone Foxes. We get the Freestone Peaches. We could get maybe
Shannon Kaler doesn't want any part of Particle Land, dude. I mean, you know what I mean? Somebody wants
Shannon Kaler needs Particle Land
badly. Someone needs to dose his ass. You know what Steven Tyler said in the 70s? There was a girl who used to hang out backstage. This girl used to follow. This is pretty crazy, actually. And I don't recommend this for anybody. But he said that there was a girl who used to follow them from show to show in the 70s. And she would walk around backstage, Tony, with a water pistol filled with dosed water. And and people would be hanging out and she would just like walk into the room and start squirting fools. And then Steven Tyler was like, dude, you'd be tripping for days from this girl's squirt gun. So I don't recommend, like I said, I don't advocate that. But if somebody were to dose Kaler, I don't know what I don't know what to expect. I don't know what would happen. What do you think?
Paulie and I discussed this. We discussed dosing his coffee in our studio before our podcast years ago.
I think we told him we did one time. We were just pranking him. We're like, dude, are you feeling it yet, Shannon? Do you feel anything? Do you feel anything different? No, why, man? And I'm like, well, because we electrified your coffee, so good luck with that. And we got them all uptight for a few minutes and we came clean. We're like, no, we didn't do that. I would never, honestly, I would never do that to somebody. I would never dose anybody unexpectedly. It's not like, that's not
no, you never want to do that ever. And by the way, Shannon Kaler, we love you. We love it. Just so everybody knows, we love.
Actually, we got to get his ass back on the show. He's due. Yeah, he's due.
I think they're going to be doing a lot of shows in 2026. I really think that they're going to be back on stage a lot in 2026 because they did a few shows this year. But I think Shannon is a born entertainer. If you see him on stage, if you get a chance to catch the Stone Foxes, if you see them coming to your town or you see him, at a festival, go, because he's like Jekyll and Hyde. He's so chill in person, and then he gets on stage and he becomes this just incredible entertainer. And we love Shannon.
He's a rock and roll animal on stage. He really is. He's a sweaty rock and roll animal. I love Shannon Kaler. He's one of the most beautiful people I've ever met, actually. Yes. Tony, speaking of beautiful people, let's talk about Carlos De La Fuente for a second.
That is a segue, Paulie. If you could, just because Carlos, I know Carlos loves the funk. I know Carlos De La Fuente loves the groove. So, Paulie, it must be business time, right? If we're going to do some Carlos De La Fuente.
I'm already dancing. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. It's business time. It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
Again, I need it again, or I need a longer version. One or the other. It's up to you. Give it to me again. The extended one. I need it. Let's go.
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
The only thing is I can't cut that jam off. I go deep into that groove. Only kind of thing. Who's on vocals right there? Who is that guy?
It's the Flight of the Conchords guys, and I forget his name, but he's a super talented guy. He did Jermaine something. He wrote music for what is it? Moana? I think he wrote music for Moana. Like, he's a super talented dude. His name's Jeremy. I'm sorry, Jermaine, and I forget his full name. But those guys, Flight of the Conchords was a very funny show. These two dudes, it was on HBO. And I can't remember their names. I'm looking for their names.
Hey, here comes a guy named Joe Lavallo. Joe Lavallo, what's up, man? He says his name is Jermaine Clement.
Yes, Jermaine Clement.
Thank you, Joe. Hey, welcome to the show, bro. I don't think I've seen you before, but welcome aboard and thank you for that. So yeah, Jermaine Clement. There we go. It's a great vocal, man.
Okay, before we get into Carlos, Paulie, I just got to do it. Just because if you need to see the original, you need to see where the sound came from.
Sure. Yeah.
You need to see. And then we're going to give Los a ton of love, but stand by. Here we go. Okay, so this is in an episode.
It's business time. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Here we go. I'll just play it. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Now we're gonna make love. You know how I know? Because it's Wednesday. And Wednesday night is the night that we usually make love. Tuesday night is the night that we usually go to your mother's place and I teach her how to use the video machine again. But Wednesday night is the night that we're making love. When everything is just right. You're not too tired from your after-work social netball team practice. There's nothing good on TV. Conditions perfect for making love. You turn to me and say something sexy like, I might go to bed, I've got work in the morning. I know what you're trying to say, baby. You're trying to say, oh yeah, it's business time.
Here we go.
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh, it's business. It's business time. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Next thing you know, we're in the bathroom brushing our teeth.
Next thing you know, dude. Next thing you know. By the way, I'm an instant fan of this guy. Instant fan. I've never seen this before, but that was fantastic.
Isn't it great, dude? It's
We
so
usually
good.
make love on Wednesday. Tuesday. That's fantastic, dude.
He is, and he's a super talented dude. They both are. And they went on tour for a while where they would do like the comedy / music shows. They played the Palace of Fine Arts, pre-COVID. And I tried to get tickets, but they sold out so fast I couldn't get a ticket. But anyway,
Speaking of Palace of Fine Arts, also on the musical tip, I don't know if you heard that, when the Super Bowl comes to the Bay Area in early February, they have all these events that lead up to the Super Bowl. Like they have the thing they call the night before. A couple of years ago, more than a couple, but the year that the Super Bowl was in Santa Clara the first time, Metallica played at Oracle Park for that quote night before show. I was there. I bought Tommy to that show. In fact, dude, I was hanging out backstage thanks to Vicky, and Tommy was just a little kid, my son Tommy, and Lars Ulrich walked in the little VIP area. He was like, yeah, how's everybody doing? You guys okay? And like Tommy was like, Dad, that's Lars. I'm like, yeah, man, there's Lars right there. I think Tommy was like taller than Lars at that point too. Shout out the statue.
I'm taller than Lars, dude.
He's a little guy, but he brings the thunder behind the kit though, man. He knows how to play.
No question.
Yeah. But anyway, the reason I brought that up, sorry, is because they just announced that Sting, the one and only Sting with the abs and the unageable voice that he has, the musicianship is second to none. He's going to do the night before this year at the Palace of Fine Arts, which would actually be a pretty damn good gig to see. I've seen him solo. Yeah. He's pretty effing amazing. You know what I mean?
I'd like if he would like lead a pre-show yoga class in like maybe outside the Palace of Fine Arts. Everybody bring your mat. Everybody do some stretching before the show, and then you go inside the venue.
What about it? One of those like legendary, like 23-hour lovemaking sessions he's always talking about that he goes tantric and all that. He does. He says, thanks to his meditation, I make love for 24 hours at a time. Yeah, that's just what we do. So he's out here making love for a day that's a lot of lovemaking, brother. 23 hours of lovemaking. I actually don't know how that's possible, but Sting says he does. So anyway, you look into that at your own leisure.
Oils and massages,
candles, incense. You know what I mean? There's probably like Buddhist chants going on. There's God only knows what he's up to. But anyway, you can catch him.
That guy Costanza when he was like trying to combine food with his lovemaking in Seinfeld, and that didn't work out very well for George. So
how about when he had like that house cleaner or whatever from Trinidad or whatever, and he's like, I want to dip my head in oil and rub it all over your body, because she didn't speak English. Remember that? I want to dip my head in oil. Shout out George Costanza. All right, we got to segue back to Carlos, and then we got to wrap because I got Allman Brothers tickets. I got to get out of here. Carlos at Flex Funding. He's one of our favorite guys. I look forward to hanging with you next week, brother. It's been a while, and I'll be glad to see you at the benefit with myself and Dom and Tony and the rest of us. It's going to be a great night. In any case, in the meantime, let me tell you a little bit about what Carlos does. He is a money man. He is a financial guy. He's an advisor. He's a guide for you. Honestly, he's like think of him that way. He is a guide through the financial wilderness, because if you're not trained in that field, I don't know how you guys feel. I get very intimidated when it comes to handling money. I don't know what I'm doing. I admit that. I defer to my wife. She's way more skilled in that area, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing about money. It comes in, it goes out. You know what I mean? I get the money, boom, it's right. It's out of my hand in seconds. So if you're like me and it's all kind of intimidating and scary, this is why having a guy like Carlos De La Fuente on your side is such a valuable asset. He is first of all, he's a San Francisco native, right?
Yeah.
So he's one of us. He loves the Bay Area. He cares about the Bay Area. He's the guy also spreading that whole campaign online about Lil Shanny. He's trying to get people to call Shanahan Lil Shanny, but that's a whole other conversation. But feel free to talk Niners with him if you call him, because he's a passionate Niner fan, Bay Area sports fan. But if you guys are thinking like, you know what, I got 2 kids in private school like me, and they're about to go to college. I have no idea how I'm going to be able to pull this off. Join the freaking club, brother or sister. Believe me, I don't even know how I'm getting through it, but it can be done. But you need a guy like Carlos on your side to help with stuff like that. So maybe the reason I mentioned that is maybe a private money loan is right for you. You know, maybe it's just a matter of getting a little more cash in your pocket to get over the hill that's in front of you, or maybe it's working with your mortgage, an incredibly valuable asset that can work in your benefit with something like a HELOC loan, a home equity line of credit, meaning you kind of take out a loan on your own mortgage, and Carlos can help you with stuff like that. Now, again, one of the things I think is so like redeeming about Carlos, or Los, if you want to call him Los, as we do, is the fact that he's beyond trustworthy, to the point where if you're like, hey, I heard Paulie Mack talking about a HELOC loan, I want one of those. And then if Carlos looks at your financial situation, he looks at your numbers, he might say, no, that's not right for you. That's not going to work. That's actually going to wind up hurting you. That right there, that's the value of Carlos, because a lot of these money guys, they don't care. They just want your money. Yeah. We'll make it work for you. Yeah, HELOC loan. Sure. Yeah, you got it. Carlos won't do that. He will do the opposite. He will guide you away from making a mistake that's going to hurt you or hurt your family. We've been reading a lot of the positive reviews lately. I know I talked about Peter Hoffman's experience the other day with Carlos and how well that went for him. I know our dear friend Corinne in Fairfax has worked with Carlos. She had nothing but positive things to say. Here's Los D right now dropping some science. He goes, HELOC 7.5% to 9.5% is always better than 22% credit cards. Amen, brother. The credit cards are like the mafia. Essentially, they're like, yeah, sure, spend. What do you need? Buy a new piano. Go ahead, go nuts. And then there comes a 22% interest. That scares the hell out of me too. So with Carlos, you get none of that. And you also get no hidden fees, no appraisal fees, no escrow or title fees. He will also close for you very quickly. He knows how busy we all are. He's the same way, man. We're all busy in 2025, soon to be 26. So he values your time. He'll go to work for you in an honest, ethical way. And Tony, I'll let you have a few words about Carlos too, but trust me, this is the guy you want to work with when it comes to your finances.
Paulie, you just broke it down to the last compound, but I do want to say that there's a couple of the Los vibe here on the peninsula. Pete Hoffman just finished business with Los. I have another buddy, Pete Cruz, who's working with Los right now. I have a dear friend, Mark Wiseman, who's wants to call him. I had 2 more text messages this past week asking about Carlos and his information. So he's heating up here on the peninsula. And also, Paul, I just want to remind people, today is October 30th. The refinance incentive that we've been talking about, it was extended once. It was set to expire on September 15th. Then it extended to October 1st. Then it got extended a 3rd time, unprecedented 3rd time extension to October 30th. Well, today is October 30th. You might want to try and give Los a call, because it's basically an incentive program drop of 90 basis points. Basically, for a loan of like $545,000, they recorded 6.375%, excuse me, without the incentive. But with the incentive, they were down to 5.875%. That's a $545,000 loan, as an example, with a credit score of 763. Take your numbers to Los and let him work magic with your numbers. And like Paulie said, if it's not the right time, he's not going to force it.
Right.
But that's why we love Los, is that he is real. And we're going to be hanging with Los next week. Can't freaking wait. And we'll just get Los on the show too as soon as we can, because he's handsomer than the 2 of us combined. So, but Los, we love you, buddy. And give Los a call, 925-250-4894, 925-250-4894. Give you the email address as well, carlos@myflexnow.com. But get the personal touch of Carlos. Get the vibe of Carlos by giving him a phone call first, and then go meet him in person if you can, and let Carlos take it from there.
By the way, I always love it when we're inside the calculator. You know what I mean? Police had that album called Ghost in the Machine. This is PMP in the calculator. I freaking love it. All right, kids, we're going to wrap today because I actually do have to bounce. But tomorrow we have a lot going on, actually. We'll have our hot and sour recap from last week. And then we didn't get to really get into that because we had the party on Monday night at Longbridge. But we'll talk about how we did last week on hot and sour. We'll give you the new picks. A reminder for everybody who's coming in late today, the musical assignment this week to just try to do something, anything, you know what I mean? Just get some positivity in the air for our friends in Jamaica who have had a hell of a week. I mean, people died down there. People lost their homes. Just bummed me out. I hate.
Yeah, the island is not, it's damn near decimated. So it's like, we are so lucky out here. I was talking to my kids about that this morning, just telling them how lucky they are, we are to not be dealing with something like that. So, yeah, and there's also ways to donate too, if you can to help the relief efforts in Jamaica because in the Bahamas too. It's
and believe me, listen, everybody has to go through their own thing. We've had fires, we've had freaking earthquakes, blackouts. I mean, I get it, man. We all have stuff in front of us, but what they're going through is it's horrific. It's freaking horrific. So what can we do? Well, you know what? Let's play some great Jamaican music tomorrow. So that's a music assignment. Send them in to paulyspod@gmail.com. Whichever song from the listeners gets the most votes, we'll add that to the playlist. I'll have a couple. I know Tony, this will be a big day for Tony. He's like the reggae friend that I have. Like there's nobody who knows more about reggae than Creative Tony. So I look forward to his choices. Anything connected to Jamaica. That's all we're asking for. It can just be something recorded down there. Maybe it's an artist covering a Bob Marley. So I don't care. Just bring it in and let's try to get some good vibes in the air for Jamaica. And that being said, and of course, we'll be talking about Game 6 of the World Series and Halloween costumes, Tony. I am going to come with something. I got an idea and I'll bust it out tomorrow. My thing is going to be driven with comedy. I'm not going to be like a sexy vampire or anything like that. I'm coming straight up the middle with comedy and I have a good idea. And I look forward to your costume as well.
I've got something that I got to give my wife Megan the credit because I didn't get it. She got it. And it's like, okay, I guess we're doing this. So we're doing this. And also Paulie on the Jamaican tip. I look forward to everybody's musical selections. paulyspod@gmail.com and one song per piece per entry. Let's just so we can read them off, get everybody a fair shot, and then we'll give ours as well. And also, Paulie, for an example, Bradley, the singer who left us way too early for Sublime, he got on tape some great versions of Marley tunes before he passed. That could suffice in this.
Totally.
Dude, the Rivers of Babylon. If you can hear Sublime doing By the Rivers of Babylon. Oh, it's incredible. So anyways, and his son, by the way, has taken over lead vocals of Sublime. It's incredible stuff. So check out Sublime if you can. And also send us good reggae music and we'll get the vibes flowing tomorrow.
Thank you, Twitter. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Cron4 Plus. Do check out our new installment. You can check it out later this afternoon. Tony and I give you 30 on Thursday, 30 minutes of football talk every Thursday. They'll be posted up on Cron4 Plus a little bit later on today. So do check that out. Thank you, Cron4, and all you Chronics out there. We love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow for high noon, Halloween style. Game 6. Dude, I was just going to say Game 6 World Series. Hey, Dodgers, it's over. It's freaking over. You guys are flying to your own funeral, and I'm here for it. And it starts with you, Shohei.
Electric funeral.
Oh, dude. Tell me there's no better music on Halloween than Black Sabbath.
Boom, 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 bottom. Boom, 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 bottom.
Okay, we'll bring in, or maybe you have a Jamaican cover of Hot for Teacher. I don't know. Dude. That's your cue. Give me Diamond Dave. Yeah. Woo. Dude. Crossfading like a mofo over there. All right, PMP Army, you guys have a great day. John Joseph, Patrick Patton, Law of Oz, Stevie B, Miguel, Rags, Dom, Your Mom is Cool, Badges, on and on it goes. Robot Centaur, we love all of you guys. And we will.
Ollie, good luck to Your Mom is Cool. He's got a championship flag football game today at 5:00, and Mark is doing great work for the youth of today. Flag football championship. Your Mom is Cool. Good luck. Your Mom is Cool. Bring home the championship today so the Blue Jays can bring home the championship tomorrow. Go.
Sounds good, Big T. Happy Thursday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow on Friday. Happy Halloween and happy high noon. We'll see you then. Cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all.